So, hey guys, Chauzu here, back from work. I've been taking it easy a bit, doing other things, but I figured I'd do another stream today. I'm approaching level 200, so not the fastest progress, but of course at work I can't really play that much. But I've been able to build up my friend boost a bit by making assists for my friends and alliance mates, I should say. And I've also been doing some assist myself now. So I hope I can get it maxed pretty soon. Would be nice. And I'm going to set up the stream alert. If you don't want to miss any of my streams, you can join my Discord and get the stream alert roll, and every time I go live, you will get a ping. That's how it works. But yeah, I imagine that during the duration of this stream, the team will evolve a bit. So we'll see how long I make it. You can say that I'm halfway there to the 999 billion point that I want to hit today. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do for sure. Hello there, Jefferson. Already been 2 months, huh? I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I don't really know how it works on YouTube with alerts and such, but I think that looks pretty good. Oops. Well, that also killed, so that's fine. Like, the cool thing with this is that stage 2 is super frail. So when I have to drop sword eventually, like, it's not going to lose that much time, really. Let me do some predictions for this stream. Based on my earlier stream, there's going to be a few people asking of the benefits of 3-star. Some are going to ask when my 10-star or Super Boss teams are coming. So yeah, I'm just bracing myself to answer repeat questions, but it's fine. It's fine. I'd rather get repeat questions than it being really quiet, so that's fine. Hello there, Das Angeko. Good luck in the Kizuna. What is your goal, by the way? I have no idea how it's going for you. I presume you're not going high, or I haven't seen you high on the leaderboards, I think, in the previous events. One new development today is that some JP players are actually either doing 3-star or swapping to 3-star. So I'm not sure if it's gaining traction. We'll have to wait and see if it spreads. Right now it doesn't seem to be that many. But I know my fellow hardcore players who might not have as many potions as me are a bit worried by this, because we were not counting on JP being a threat, and suddenly maybe at least some JP players are a threat. So I can sympathize with their worries. In general, JP people have more potions since, well, there's more whales, gems are cheaper, so a lot more potential of having JP people with a lot of potions to spend, basically. Yeah, that's fine, that's Sengoku. Like, ranking is only fun if you have the motivation anyway. So good luck with whatever you set out to do. Hello there, Lori Freshest. Are the rewards for the investment like the rewards for ranking high? Not really worth it compared to investment, they never are in this game. Ranking high is all about personal achievement, but if you're just participating, like even if you don't go hard, the rewards are going to be worth it. So yeah, just enjoy the ride. Do the ships matter a lot? Not in any teams I use. I can't say that's the case for every team. But yeah, like I only look at 3-star Kizuna, so we'll see what I end up using for 999 billion. Maybe I'll use some ship, like I might be using the level 12 German ship. If I use the stump team, since I'd say that's the better ship. But yeah, this stage is going to be the headache eventually. But yeah, during this stream I won't be hitting the 99 billion, like you have to get to level 357. So we're a bit over halfway there. But of course, as we get closer, it's going to be harder and harder. We need to do more damage, use more specials, yada yada. So we'll see how my teams evolve. This team should work for quite some more time. And when it stops working, we can replace Sorrow. Then we can skip one Tobiropo. And after that, that's when we move on to the 999 billion teams. But yeah, we still don't really know what team we're going to be using for Int with the revive. Still crossing my fingers that someone else figured that out, so I don't have to do any team building, because I'm still pretty burnt out. I'm a bit tired of this game after farming hard 2 weeks and now for the 3rd week, so if possible I like to chill. Hello there, Francisco. Been a pretty good day, can't complain at work. Is it worth doing 3-star? Yes, with an asterisk. If you have enough potions, if you have the ability to do max damage, 999 billion. And if you don't have that capability, do you have friends in your alliance who can? So those are the things to keep in mind. And of course you should want to rank high in World Cruise. And it's going to be really competitive, so yeah. Yeah, it's going to be nice to chill after this. Like, obviously, after this I just return to normal. But normal for me is pretty chill. I'm used to that schedule of, like, making teams for new content, doing my usual kind of videos. And I've been trying to do that as well as ranking and everything, so that's been rough. So after this, going to take it easy until Annie, for sure. And I'm not going to be ranking in Annie or anything like that. Is it worth it Kizuna ticket-wise? No, this is just for ranking. So if you only care about the tickets and stuff, then it's not worth it. Three-star is only for ranking, you're not going to be benefiting much ticket-wise. So if you just want tickets and such, play like a normal Kizuna, do the 10-star, do super bosses with your teammates. Super bosses is still what gives the most tickets. So yeah, that's what I recommend focusing on. 3-star strat really just for those of us who care about World Cruise a lot. And as said, it's not about the rewards in World Cruise. It's just about the personal satisfaction of ranking high. Yeah, and they're around the corner as well. Cheaters in Kizuna, they ban the obvious cheaters as well. It feels like cheating is not a huge problem anymore if you're thinking about hack-related cheaters. There's other forms of terms of service violations, so to say. For example, they refuse to do anything about people sharing an account, for example. It's hard to figure out, but there are some cases where we know people share accounts, where they've personally admitted it, and if we make Bandai aware, they don't do anything about that either, so. I've not seen a lot of hate posts yet. I've seen some say they think it's boring, which I sympathize with. I'm not a fan of 3-star either. I hope this is one of the last events with 3-star, personally. Ephemeral, you must be tired, dude. Pretty tired. In general. Well, a bit extra tired now since I went up early today. But, yeah. I'm going to get some better sleep for tomorrow. Like, I really just want to get this first hurdle done. Get to 999 billion, hopefully today. And then after that, just settle on my final teams, and then I can just be a robot until I've used up all my potions, basically. And yeah, I've been saying that too, that 3-star at the cap is basically what Super Boss should be. Bandai just needs to figure out their dilemma with basically power creeping so much that it's becoming easier to do a ton of damage. They just need to try and remove that cap somehow. Yes, Wish. They are... Well, I know at least one account that works like that. I'm sure there are many others. Of course, it's not that easy, like you have to basically live together or live close together and able to pull off a shared account strat. It's a lot harder to do it over the internet since you can't have an account on 2 devices at the same time. Yes, Victor, once you catch up, like 10-star hits the cap, 999 billion, somewhere around, what is it, 170, 180 runs, I'm not sure. That's when you can't go higher in damage, or HP for enemies. For 3-star, it takes 357 runs, but after that, every run in 3-star gives the same points as 10-star. How much potions are you going in with? Well, in total, oops, I used Kaido too early, but not a big deal yet. I can just use an extra special. This is a good chance to talk about Hawkins a bit, who's pretty interesting. Let's just use Kaido first. So Hawkins, as you see with Hawkins, we get that weak buff. And that's very cool together with Todoropo, because it lets us abuse Todoropo's special. So we get Todoropo's attack boost and color affinity boost, making them a lot better. We also get their chain boost. I don't remember what the condition for the chain boost is right now. "20 turns damage reduction." Guess they want you to use the Todoropo. Well, I guess they only remove 10 turns, right? But Burgess removes all of it, so I guess they want you to use Burgess. "Your alliance will be happy having you." I'm actually pretty behind in my alliance. We have quite a few people that have done more 3-star runs than me, so I'm trying to catch up. "Are you releasing Super Boss teams anytime?" Well, what I've said is that I will only do 3-star until I can't do any more runs. So we'll see when that happens. It's very hard to do an estimate. Yes, there's also a Jinbei who does that. It's not completely rare to remove all damage reduction. Rebecca does it too, for example. Sanji and Pudding too. But they obviously want you to use Burgess for that for this particular super boss. Is Cossack still in TRA 4? I'm very bad with other TRA. I think he DM'd me a while back and said he was in TRA 2. I can double check. It has my only interaction with him when he DM'd me during Pyro Rumble. Yeah, he said he's from TRA 2. Ooh. But yeah, we'll see how long I play. It's not going to be as long as my stream this morning. Just thought I might as well play a bit on stream. Maybe another hour. We'll see how long I last. I need to get some dinner too eventually. I should also do some assists when I can. So I should do one after this run. How's work and everything going? It's going smoothly. It's just this week and next week, and then we have a long Easter break. That's going to be amazing. And then after that, we're moving on into the last heat of the school year. Like for me, it's going to be to make sure we go through everything we want to do in my subjects with my class. And as someone who helps organize for the next year with schedules and such, it's going to be a lot of work with that. But I think that's kind of fun, so I don't mind it at all. The way I am is that I prefer doing such things myself and knowing that it ends up being in a way I like it than someone else doing it for me, if that makes sense. And of course, it's not like I can do whatever I want and that we're going to work together in making all of the schedules for next year, but yeah, it will be fun regardless. And then some other responsibilities like all of the stuff we need to buy for the next school year, stuff like that. Students troublesome. I'm not going to be talking too much about my students, but I work with some special needs students right now, and it's going fine. I enjoy it a lot. Isn't it weird that cross-skill doesn't seem that useful in that Kizuna? I'd say no, because they are a very bad legend. I've come to realize that, like, there is not much redeeming about cross-skill. Like, yeah, sure, in PvP, pretty good versus strength in a quick-driven team. In PvE, though, they're not going to see basically any use outside of memes, I'd say. Does doing the super boss help with Kizuna rank for World Cruise? No, the World Cruise rank is just 3 star, 7 star, 10 star, whatever you end up doing. How can Team Luffy already have 55 billion points? It's apparently very easy to cheat in Kizuna, so we always have some big cheaters, but they get removed eventually. Yeah, they are insanely gimmicky. The one good niche they have is kind of seed reduction. They have some interesting way to make it work, but in most cases, even that's not going to be worth the effort. Like, they can speed run, but they are so slow anyway because of how convoluted they work. You're trying to get top 5 in World Cruise. I want to get as high as possible, so realistically, second is probably the highest I can get. I have no idea how good Sonis is doing, but he has to finish incredibly low for me to pass him. How far are you from 999 billion? You hit the cap at level 357, so we're a bit more than halfway there. It's not really the team that is cheaters, it's individual cheaters. Like, Zoro had a big cheater before, and Bandai banned him surprisingly quick, but Zoro was in a huge lead a few hours back. It was pretty silly, but he got banned. But yeah, in Kizuna, Bandai are always pretty good at banning the top cheaters, at least. Let's see how I'm doing in Kizuna right now in Robin team. Currently, I'm number 16. Number 1 is actually a JP player. So that's... he must have gone super hard in 10 star. The thing is that Two Shanks, a fellow TRA member, made a tracker. I won't be sharing it, sadly, since it's up to him if he wants to share it with people. But with that, you can get an idea what strat people use, so he's color-coded it. So we can see that the number 1 in Robin team is using the 10 star by the looks of it. And then second, third, and fourth are all using the 3 star. It's the Koreans, B-Mill and Ace from AF, and then an aid member. I presume Sonis, but it's not his name. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of weird things about Sonis, like that it's not actually him playing, that he sold or gave the account away. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that happening in like every alliance on global. Top alliances, both Korea and Western alliances, and I'm always been super against that stuff. I think it's super cringe. Like, what's the point of playing a game like this and ranking hard if you're not building up your own account long term? Like, I'd feel no accomplishment myself if, let's say I win a world cruise, but I use, let's say, the account of someone else. Like, well, we talked about 2shanks now. Like, if I use 2shanks account and won, like who cares? Like, but yeah, that's just my take. I know others see things differently than me. Probably time to start adding one more special soon. And the next special to add, I'd say, is Hawkins. Hawkins special is really slow, sadly, but what can you do? Isn't Sonny's Ippo? Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like, as said, I can't be bothered to care about that. His name has been Sonny's. I don't care if it's Sonny's playing or someone else. Even amongst big players, some are cheaters. Well, it depends on the definition of cheaters. Technically, swapping accounts, stuff like that, breaks the terms of service, but in reality, Bandai never does anything about it, so it's pretty much free to do whatever you want. There's been rumors of some people sharing accounts over the internet and like taking turns playing, kind of like account sharing, but stuff like that is basically impossible to prove. And it sounds like probably not worth the effort, is my opinion, but and the A's hard with terms of service breaking stuff, because even something like bug stall, that I think most people here think is a pretty cool thing, like technically that also breaks the terms of service, so it's hard to use the terms of service as some kind of guideline. Like, I'd say in general it's pretty obvious what's cool and is not cool. Sharing account is not cool. Exploiting a bug that Bandai refused to fix that helps benefit all players, that's pretty cool, I'd say. Yeah, no many think bug stalling is cheating. I'd say it's an exploit that Bandai could fix if they wanted to. They could also ban it if they wanted to, but they've done nothing about it forever and they know about it. So I see no reason to not use it and encourage people to use it. I don't like bug stall being used in stuff like Kizuna, which it has in the past. But most uses of bug stall are very cool and adds to the game, I'd say. So I like it a lot. But yeah, bug stall is one of those things that JP YouTubers refuse to talk about. For them, that doesn't exist. My capture card has been very obedient now, so that's nice. Looks like I found a decent setup for now. And if I know my capture card, it will start acting up again eventually. I guess I'm pretty sure it's not the capture card. It's one of the cables. Next legend. Default guess, Egghead. I don't know what's more likely right now. I feel like it's very hard to guess legends lately. Bandai are a bit unpredictable, but base guess is Egghead. Don't think that's happening, Jefferson. Like, I wouldn't be afraid of using it. Like, if you're just doing it for yourself and not putting any, like, spotlight on it, you don't have anything to be worried about. If anybody should be worried, it should be people like me who really give it a spotlight. Go ahead, Mr. Soccer Ryota. Yeah, 10th Annie is going to be interesting. I don't dare guess the 10th Annie. Like, I will guess eventually when I make some prediction video or something, but it's so hard to guess. Like, I have 2 default guess, like either Egghead, always a default guess. The other default guess is that they're going to do some special batch, some memorable batch. And I'm not sure what I want either. Like, I'd say the most special character not in the game yet, who will really make people hyped, is like Dragon. At the same time, it feels like maybe we're approaching the time where maybe Dragon could get a legit unit from the anime, so who knows. Anime Hatosa, I've missed that, but I'm not keeping up with the anime, honestly. That's a bit early, John. What's happening right now in the manga won't be coming for a long, long time. You can, Mr. Sokoryota, if it's like Big Mom or Robin who can stack conditionals, you can. I want you to note though is that that effect is not as good as it sounds. For that effect to apply, you need to follow Blackbeard's captain requirement of what is it? 1 shooter, 1 striker, 1 slasher, all of that. So it's pretty hard to team mill around if you don't use the batch. So unless you follow the requirements to get the 5.75 times attack boost for Blackbeard, you can't get that increased damage taken conditional. But yes, that's a conditional. It's the best conditional since increased damage taken is something you always want for more damage. So using that as a conditional just makes it a lot easier to team build. Yeah, I know the manga was going on that 3-week hiatus. I love anime fillers. Fillers will be a lot better than going slow, but they don't like to do fillers. I think it's weird, but it is what it is. Up to you, Amelie. I save quite a bit of extra legends past LLB5. It makes it a lot harder for me to manage my box though. But yeah, in my opinion it's good since we might be getting a new mechanic eventually that forces you to have dupes. So by having dupes you don't have to play catch up as much. But obviously it's impossible to save every legend dupe as well since we don't have that much box space. So yeah, that's a big dilemma for me as well. Okay, it's time for me to start using Hawkins special as well, I've decided. Or I do it after I do an assist. This should still be fine for now. Do you save rare recruit dupes? No. I did before, but now I stopped. I don't have the box space for that. Yeah, Luffy team has a cheater in first. I wouldn't read too much into that. If you want to know Luffy team's real score, you need to deduct the points from first place. Let's do an assist. I should have done that for a while back. Let's see if I can build friendship with an alliance mate. Yes, we'll do this one. And I'll do my wave clear team. You need to do 357 levels to hit the 999 billion. So I can maybe hit it today. We'll see. Like, I will be playing from now until I go to sleep. But I won't be hitting it on stream though. But that's probably fine since I probably need to do some team building to get that in team. And to be real, I'm not very comfortable team building on stream yet. I get a bit stressed when I do that. So yeah, let's continue playing for a while longer and then I'm going to play for myself. Oh, I forgot. I'm so used to playing harder levels. This was a level 13, so I can just wave clear. Okay, building up that friend boost. I'm whichever GMT is Sweden. I don't remember by heart. We're at 200. Woo! We're getting there. Okay, but now I'm going to start using Hawkins as well. That's going to add a lot of damage. Okay, I need to remember to use Hawkins now as well. As said, very slow special, but he's the next step to get more damage here. Okay, I didn't get the damage reduction there. I don't remember what the requirement is for that. Not a big deal yet, but I think it was depending on orb. In that case, I can just use Toberopo's super. That also adds damage. Hello there, Kaito. Hello, Cam XD. What would you recommend instead of Hawkins? Some attack booster or color affinity booster. Hard to say, really like the teams I'm using now are not going to work until 999 billion. These are just a stopgap team that are pretty fast and you get some extra bonus tickets, which isn't a big deal, but might as well get them. So yeah, we'll see what teams I end up with. Obviously we know that the stump teams work for 2 of them, or should, from what I've heard. But for one of them it doesn't, so we'll need to get a specialized team for the int variation. Pascal asked if 128 potions are enough for top 10 Nami. Nami is hard to say since Nami is incredibly try-hard, and as I said before, it looks like some JP players are actually doing the 3-star, not a lot at the moment, but it's people are worried. So I don't dare promise in Nami in particular. For the other colors, I'd say, yeah, that's an easy top 10. For Nami, I don't dare say. I want to read this. Okay. Hawkins, damage reduction, attack boost, it reads a bit weird. It sounds weaker than the others. Only like half damage, it's very weird. The video covers all the basics, but I've learned by now that most people don't watch those stuff. But yeah, the very bare minimum for 3-star to be better is 21 potions, is what people say. I'd say that realistically it's going to be more than that. And for World Cruise in particular, it's going to be a lot more for it to be worth. When you have that few potions, William, it's better to save. and try and get a larger number. It depends on like your situation though, like if you have a decent alliance, like Super Boss is going to carry you to get all rewards. If not though, it can be hard to get all rewards. And getting all of the 6 first boxes is the main priority. But yeah, you don't need a lot of Super Boss clears to get all of the 6 boxes though. Oh, Beamel is in first in Robin now. It seems like he's pretty getting close to the cap, a bit at least. Yeah, I guess I use Toberopus Super as well now. And yeah, after this, I can still add more damage. I can add Big Mom Special. And once I need even more damage, I can replace the Sorrow with something that gives shame, probably. And once Sorrow is not enough, I can replace one of the Toberopo for something that I haven't decided yet. And then after that, it's time to get a new team. The 999 billion team. You think there's a new team with 6+ Arlong for Grand Voyage? Yes. There's going to be new teams before I make one. I'm sure Nitro Sage can't wait to make new teams, but yeah, that Grand Voyage is going to get a lot easier. I don't dare say free yet, but wouldn't surprise me if Nitro managed to make it pretty free. We'll see. When did you start playing OPTC? 5th final day of Treasure Map Smoker over 4 years ago. Have you ever taken a break? It depends what you mean by break. I've logged in every day and done something, but it's not like the activity level is consistent. A break for me is that I log in and do whatever daily there is, and then nothing more. But taking breaks is not great in gacha. It's better to quit and then take a break, I'd say. That's my opinion. I guess I should remove Perspira now, since I use Hawkins. Getting to some good damage now. Good damage. No problem, dude. Good to have you back. When I am focused on grind, I don't do any dailies at all. Can the Blackbeard crew badge work for each boss? Well, I can only talk about 3-star. And I guess they can work against 3-star, but don't think it's particularly optimal. And as for other bosses, I'm sure they work well for one of them at least. Makes sense they built one of the super bosses for them, for example. But I want to remind you guys, I have not taken a single look at 10-star or 15-star. I have no idea about the mechanics. I've just heard people being pretty upset about the super boss, but I guess it's the same as it has been the past few times. Based on current standings, I'm actually not top 10 in Robin, but yeah, that will change for sure. Just need to start climbing. Yeah, that's sad to hear, Das Angeko. Kizuna mode needs some rehaul, I'd say. Team builder was a good start, but it's not enough. And yeah, I wish I could help more people, but this is the only event where I really focus on myself. So, the other 11 months, I'm happy to help, but yeah, this month, it's my month. Where I want to try and rank as good as possible. Sadly, treasure map means I'll probably never get a first. But it is what it is. Yeah, it is boring in its own way, Hamid. But at the same time, people know the rules. They have a year to prepare. Yeah, that's well put it, Jefferson. It's bad for everyone. Yeah, I don't really care about the low rewards. Like, no matter what rewards they do, it's not going to make it worth it. So, I'd say it's good that the rewards are mainly focused on personal glory. Oops. Well, it did work out pretty well. As I said a few times, Dinsen, 21 is the minimum. I'd say you want a lot more than that. If you want to try and get top 10 in your team, you're looking at probably over 100, but that's just a guesstimate. Maybe less for some, maybe more for some. We don't really know. We're in uncharted territory. This is the first ever World Cruise using the 3-star Kizuna strat, so we don't know what to expect. Well, last World Cruise was also a potion fight, so... But yeah, one thing's for sure, I'm going to base how many potions I save for next year based on how this goes. This Kizuna in the World Cruise should give a good idea. Oops, I used the wrong order. Doesn't really matter. We can try and use the rush maybe. Why not? Oh yeah, this was the revive one, I forgot. Okay. It's weird when that happens. It happens like when the enemy dies at like the very end of the tap and the game gets confused or whatever to put it. Let's do an assist, I guess. Okay, we'll do this one. Might be true. You might need... Oh, you mean in global? I thought you meant in a team. Like for the global as a server, I'd say that that's basically assured. If you want top 10 in the global rankings, not World Cruise, but in-game ranking, you're going to need to do over 1,000 runs. Which is insane, of course. Nobody has ever done 1,000 runs, and now it's pretty safe to say that that will be the minimum to get top 10. So that pretty much indicates that this is crazy. And since a few JP players are using this, maybe there might be at least one group where top 1,000 runs is required to get top 10 in the group, which is also insane, but yeah. Well, it depends. Like, this might be one of the last few Kizunas where 3-star is possible. A lot of us are guessing that the AP player base will be upset with this strat. And if they are upset, it's possible that Bandai does something about it. It feels like that with every issue with the game, fixing 3-star seems like one of the easier things to do. Like, for example, you can make it so with 3-star you can never get to 999 billion. Very easy thing to do. Or you make it take so long time that it's irrelevant. Like, there are ways to patch the 3-star strat. Team Luffy has a cheater. Bandai will probably ban him. Zoro also had a ridiculous cheater a few hours ago who got banned. So it looks like Bandai are banning a bit earlier than usual, since it's a lot more visible now with the web pages and such. There's not many yet, but we thought there would be basically nobody doing 3-star on JP, but there's more than we thought. There's actually some in like every group. So people are afraid that more people will start doing it since others are doing it, that it kind of unleashes. And of course, if a lot of JP people do it, then a lot of global players who thought this was going to be easy will be a lot harder if it catches on more with JP players. At the same time, JP players basically never use stuff like this. The closest thing is basically zombie strats, but those could be done without any glitch looking thing. So it's hard to say. But yeah, we're talking about zombie before it became bug stall focused. JP doesn't do that, of course. Yeah, we'll see what Bandai does about the 3-star strat. I feel like it should be easier to do something about than other issues with the game. Like, we pretty much agree, like, most people when we talk about the bug stall, we think that if Bandai could fix it, they would, but we're pretty sure they can't, because then they need to untangle code that they don't know what it does, basically. So basically opening Pandora's box. So we don't think they'll ever do anything about bug stall. Yeah, that's Sengoku. Like, it should be very easy to fix. I can't believe that they can't do anything about 3-star. That's just unrealistic to me. Yeah. As you hear, a lot of things they can do to fix 3-star. It's not like with bug stall where we know removing it will require really diving deep into some basic code with how the game works. Fixing bug stall is probably a nightmare and not worth it. Very easy that when they try to fix bug stall, they will break all kinds of stuff. Like, it could take over a year to fix everything they break when they fix bug stall. So yeah, probably not worth it for them. I do not play Super Boss yet. I might do it later. It depends how long it takes until I run out of potions. We'll see. So maybe on Saturday or Sunday I can do some Super Boss. We'll see. Yeah, that's probably what Bandai are thinking too. Very scary. But yeah, it's going to be fun to see if we get any other weird issues due to this game lasting longer than Bandai anticipated. Well, I feel like on a roll now, it's going pretty well. Still got a lot more damage to add with this particular team. And the assets are very easy to replace. Saves a little bit of time, but nothing major. We do not need to Toboropo, I'm just using that while I can, because why not? So that's 2 units we can replace to add a lot more damage with this team, so yeah, I feel pretty confident it will last until level 300 at least, then we'll see. Once this doesn't work anymore, we'll be moving to the 999 billion teams. And as I said, the main question is, what the F are we going to use for int? That's still the question. Int with that stupid revive. It's sad that the burn just can't kill. That would have been perfect. Yeah. Like, I'm not worried. Like, I presume I am going to be able to build a good in-team. Worst case scenario, I need my alliance mates to help me. And in my alliance, most people are going really hard in the 3-star strat. So it's going to be quid pro quo. Whatever you call it. Like, I help you, you help me. We need to help each other or we're not going to get anywhere. So, yeah, probably in the long run, this is just a benefit for me, since I'm going to have a lot easier time handling that int revive than a lot of other people using the 3-star strat. So, yeah. It's kind of why, like, when we get, like, a blitz, for example, after a New Year's Sugo where I managed to rainbow some legends, I'm always, like, crossing my fingers that let this be a benefit. Let me save time by doing this. Because then I have an advantage over other people, make it easier for me. But yeah, that usually isn't the case. But yeah, in general, I've given up on Blitzcrying. Well, I would like to got #1 in Blitz sometime, but it's not happening now. OPTC in 2024 is insane. Like, compare it to like 3 years ago when I was like a true top player who got top 5 of every rankings for a while. Like, OPTC was so chill in comparison. Like, it's insane. I blame it all on the alliance feature that really made so many people turn into hardcore grinders. Going to get some Cola Zero, I think. Just going to get this one started. Okay. Yeah, I try to not drink too much. Like, I'm honestly making a bit of an exception this week since I'm feeling so tired and everything by World Cruise. But I hope that next week I can go back to normal, mostly drink water. Some accounts can be banned from the bounty board by breaking some rules. Often it's related to like refunding games you bought, stuff like that. Bandai does not like that. So you basically get a blacklist, or whatever you should say. Yeah, before OPTC, I played Fire Emblem Heroes, which was my first gacha, so this is my second one. Was my first Fire Emblem game, and honestly, I was bad and am bad at it, but I stuck around for quite some time, and I still follow news, even if I don't play. Everything I do is log in from time to time and do some free pulls, stuff like that. Why are you playing the 3-star? Because I want to rank as high as possible, and 3-star is the best for rankings. They could do something like that as well, Laurie. As said, there's countless ways they can nerf 3-star if they want to. We'll see if they want to nerf 3-star. It makes sense to me, but maybe they'll keep it around, and sure, as long as it's around, I'll abuse it from time to time when I feel like it, but yeah. Honestly, I can't see myself doing 3-star again, except for next World Cruise if it's still around. Like, the only reason I did a 3-star grind before this was just to get some experience. Like, now I know what to expect. I think I'm going to put on my oven in a bit so I can prepare my dinner. Starting to get a bit hungry. Should I gonna put it on now? I'll do it next time. I should probably do another assist soon. I keep forgetting it. I'm like inside the zone now. Everything else going smoothly. Hello there, Slaven. Thanks. I started playing a bit over 4 years ago during Treasure Map Smoker, right after the Gem Valley controversy, or whatever you should call it. But as I talked about in my previous stream, without Gem Valley I will probably not even be playing this game. Gem Valley happening is the only reason I even heard OPTC existed, so yeah. Funny how things can happen. Yeah, I'm relatively new compared to some others, and compared to some, I'm a veteran, so it depends on the outlook. Yeah, as said, we're a bit worried that more and more people will use it on JP2 now when some started. There's probably multiple teams that can do the max damage at 3-star. I will only use the ones I have. And like my plan is for 2 of them. Use the stun team unless I'm given something better by someone. And for int we need to figure out something. Nobody has done it yet, but most people haven't got to that point yet. Yeah, a lot of people abused it quite well, and as said, I have no problem with abusing stuff like that. I've abused similar events. Oh yeah, we was going to do an assist. Let's see if we have a good one. We have one over 300 here. He's the number 1 on global, I think, so that's a pretty good benchmark. Stay is pretty high, but I want to do some alliance member. We'll do this one. Pretty low, so we'll do wave clear team. Yeah, I've seen that myself as well, people keeping the males. Obviously doesn't work anymore, but... yeah, game value was pretty insane. People make a huge deal about the thing that happened a year ago or so, a bit more, when basically the servers got effed over by... I don't even remember the details anymore, that's how little I care, but people talk about it a lot. Like the second coming of Game Valley, and I don't really think it's as big of a deal, but it is pretty funny that it's basically the suffering from success meme, where like, we thought the game was going to be dead, our servers weren't ready for this. We jump is just a fun thing they do on JP, it's nothing important at all. More like an Easter egg than anything else. So nothing you have to save. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the oven. Kizuna Infinite tickets will be more fun if I could have abused it as well. That's the only thing I've been a bit salty about, personally. A lot of people were very upset about me with the infinite ticket situation, that I talked about it, made it public. But what I'm saying is that even if I benefited from it, I would have talked about it, but many people call BS on that. And that's one of those situations where I'm like, just look at my track record. I talk about everything, I never keep quiet about stuff. The only things I don't share are basically when people give me a team that is really good, that I end up using and stuff like Kizuna, and they're like, we don't want you to share this. Like, what should I do then? Should I be like, okay, I'm not going to use this, I'm going to use our verse team? Like, that doesn't make sense either, so... if anything, I feel like I've done a lot of work to share stuff that otherwise will be locked into just the corridors of like the top ranked alliances and stuff. So I guess that was a bit of a rant, but it's been a while since I had that convo, but a lot of people were very upset about me, calling me salty, and I was salty, but I still stand by that I would have done it even if I wasn't salty and I could take advantage of it, because I thought that was complete BS, the infinite ticket bug. Yin Yang, very common question. It really depends, like at minimum they say 21 runs, I'd say more than that. And if you want to get the top 10 in Kizuna, we're talking at least 100, and there's no guarantees either. Top 10 in World Cruise, that is. Yeah, I meant 100 potions, but 1000 runs, of course. 100 potions is around 800-900 runs, it depends a bit. Also, we're talking about no fails, of course. Most people will have some fails unless they have a good alliance to back them up. That's good to hear, Michelangelo. That's my intent. What did I forget about? What did I forget? Didn't I use everything there? Oh, I didn't use Kaido, maybe? I guess. That was... I was a bit surprised there, but sure. We should do a lot of damage now, I guess. Oh, that was unfortunate. Will I need some help here? Not sure. Yeah, I guess I forgot to use Kaido's super. No, I used it. What? Then why? I don't understand. I don't know what I did wrong there. I'm using Big Mom here for sure. Oh, that's RIP. I will need help. Yeah, that's my first mistake, this Kizuna. Very dumb. But what can you do? I will ask people for help in my alliance. No idea what I did wrong. Okay. $219 int, please help. We can actually do some other stuff then. I can't do an assist right now. Someone's going to help me. It's Unrepair, thanks. Okay, alliance. 5th right now. Number 1 is cheated, the others are legit. Or, I'm not sure if number 2 is legit. I don't think that's aid. Yeah, there's aid, okay. Number 1 and number 2 are not legit. So we're basically third then. Okay. AF has gone really hard in the beginning with a lot of members, but we'll see if we can catch up. It depends on potions in the end, I'd say. Personal 27th, there will be some cheaters about me. I always end up being close to 1is in basically anything. CC6 is pretty high in Sorrow, I think. So good luck to him. But yeah, good luck to TRS for sure. They aren't often in the top 3. Okay, I guess I bring out the food since I can. Okay. Used EX Super on Brook. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, unrepair is done. If you're not in a top alliance, I can give some tips. Like, what the big alliances do is they have a system with a Discord server. You have multiple different rooms for different stuff like assists, super boss, good teams to use. You gather as much information as possible. In terms of assist, you just post in the assist chat what you need help with, and then the one helping you can react. And then when it's done, you just clean it up so you can see new assists. And this is very good, so both that you can build up friend boosts with your friends or alliance mates, and also long term, so you can help each other get as high as possible. So that's just an example with how assists can be handled in good alliances. There's a big difference in how efficient it is though. Like, I'm currently in TRA 1, which is obviously one of the biggest alliances in the game. We're talking, I'd say a top 2 alliance, like AF and TRA are the biggest alliances now, with AF being number 1, sure. But yeah, TRA 1 have some incredibly dedicated, hardcore and efficient players, so it makes a big difference. I'm honestly one of the least efficient players. That might sound crazy to you guys, but I can be very bad at like following protocol like that, which is pretty dumb on my part. I'm like one of those tryhards who want to do it a bit differently, basically, and being just a pain in the ass for others. And I will admit that I'm not always the most popular guy in alliances. Like, people always appreciate the effort I put in, most of the time. But yeah, I'm not always the best team player. And some don't like that I dislike the alliance feature, which is, it is what it is, but if I could decide, we'd remove it from the game. Not something I'm a fan of at all. But yeah, not going to stream for much longer now, I think. Going to put my food in the oven in a bit. And then when I think it's about to be done, I'm going to end the stream. But I might stream tomorrow, we'll see. Like, what I want before next stream is to hit the cap and have teams I'm happy with. Once I have that, I feel happy about myself again. Why didn't I get the damage reduction there? I need to look up how Hawkins works. I thought it was orb reliant, but I had the one orb there. Weird. Co-op should release in April. I look forward to it. Going to be dope. And yeah, let's see how Team Robin does. I'm not sure if what placement we'll end at. Yeah, I would have loved to be in Sorrow. Like, at the first glance, Robin looked easy, but it turned out to be a real pain in the ass. But Sorrow, I would have had a decent chance to get number 1 there, but at the same time, Groma's done well, but I don't think he has a lot of potions, and How has the backing of AF, so yeah, that's also rough. But yeah, still a lot better than Robin, with all of the Koreans here. Okay, when I start next round, I'm going to go and put my food in the oven. A lot more people can do 999 billion in 3-star than 15-star at least. Obviously not everyone can do it, but it's a lot easier and manageable. And even if you can't do 999 billion, maybe you can do 500 billion and have a friend who cannot do the other 500 billion, and you can help each other out. So at least there's options in 3-star. But the 3-star is definitely not accessible by any means. Oh, I forgot to put the food in the oven. Next round. Sweden's pretty expensive, for sure. Just putting the food in the oven. Like, it's good if people come to Sweden on holiday for the economy, but I'm not going to say it's cheap or anything. There's definitely cheaper places to go. But I still think it will be a pretty good place to go, as long as you can afford it. My plan, by the way, moving forward today and maybe tomorrow, is, well, I've already spoken about the evolution of this team. Soon we're going to add Big Mom special for more damage. When we lack that, we're going to drop Zoro, add something more with Chain. After that, remove one Tobiroko for something else to add damage. And then after that, we're changing teams to the 999 billion team. And I think I'll just start with the Stump One for All, because it will work for everything. It's just for int. I have to ask for an assist since I can't beat the revive. But while people do the assist, I can look at potential other teams. I think that's the best way to go about it. Oops. That was weird. Never seen that before. Mostly because you usually want it in the other order. First Super Tandem, then Rush. Let's do an assist, I guess. Do we have a good one for friend boost? Yes, we'll do this one. And go for this team. It's very good to basically have the friend boost done once you get to the cap, 999 billion, so you can always do your max damage. Unless you get the bug I got last Kizuna, which was infuriating. Sometimes I got no friend boost at all, so instead of 1.3 times extra damage, I got no extra damage. And that really sucked. So I hope that was a one-time thing, because otherwise, not gonna be happy. And yeah, I need to remember this is a low level assist, so I'm just going to use Roger. There we go. Okay, final few runs for this stream, then I'm taking the grind offline for the rest of the day. But I'll probably stream a bit tomorrow, that's my goal at least. Maybe a bit of Friday, we'll see what I do, but nothing in the weekend at least. Hopefully I can finish the Kizuna grind ASAP, so I can just take it easy in the weekend. Just one more school week after this, and then I have 9 days with no job. That's going to be wonderful. I look forward to that a lot. And I'm going to try and not make it 9 days of OPTC either. I'm going to try and do some other stuff as well. Oh, I missed a few posts. Let's see. Yeah, Stockholm is nice. I am from Stockholm, but I don't really like being in Stockholm anymore. I prefer less crowded places, like where I currently live. But yeah, definitely worth to check out other places than Stockholm. Sweden is the best when you go to the more non-city areas. That's when Sweden really shines. One of the best parts of being a teacher, at least in Sweden, is that you have basically the same holidays as the kids. So it's quite lovely. That's cool, Francisco. Never played any of the Destiny games. I know Destiny 2 has been going for a long time. Also read some rumors that Sony are not happy with Bungie right now and might want to take control. We'll see if that's right or BS. Do you have any pen pals? No, sadly. Could probably be fun, but yeah. Instead of pen pals, I have thousands of people watching my YouTube videos, so pros and cons. You get different kinds of interactions with other people. I think I'll end after this run. End the stream, go check on my food. Relax a bit. But yeah, I think I stopped there. Thanks for joining me for nearly 2 hours. We'll see if I'm back tomorrow. That's the goal, but plans can always change. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.